What's up, you guys? Ninja Turtle here, and we've got another custom. Uh, First time though, DC character, Catwoman. She's gonna be officially the first DC character that I've made a custom of. No worries, there's many on the way, both many Catwoman coming customs, as well as many DC characters that are on the way. But she's just the first, and I would like to explain how I made her. She's rather simple, yet still has some nuanced things there that are specific to her. So I will go over that in particular, detail by detail. But overall, this costume is kind of not necessarily pulling any direct. It's not like a direct translation for any costume, really. It's meant to be kind of a headcanon Catwoman. Like, if I just someone to ask me, please draw a picture of Catwoman, or what do you think Catwoman's costume looks like, without any reference, not pulling anything in particular, but just after seeing Catwoman so many times, this is what I would have her look like, basically. This was what I would describe her as, and that's what I wanted to make. Also, cleavage. I mean, if you're new here, I'm sorry, but we're making things that have cleavage around here. This is not the first time I've done that. This is actually at the Grail, the Black Widow, but I won't be showing that today, I guess. But the Black Widow has cleavage. Um, very similar to this, and I think I did a better job with this one in particular, but we'll get there. Uh, I will also say, like, that I know that, like I said, I didn't like pull any direct inspiration, but I did kind of find a version of this relatively exact costume out there. It's not that old. I guess I just literally think of that costume when I picture Catwoman. But for the most part, I mean, I made deviations from that too. So, I mean, I'm using Marvel Legends parts, so it's not necessarily going to look like anything in particular. But again, it's very simple. It's not like it's rocket science of what I decided to do with Catwoman. But let's just keep it simple here. I mean, the majority of this is Black Cat. So is this Black Cat in particular, the overwhelming majority of it. So starting at the bottom, heels, it's Catwoman. I almost didn't put her in heels. You can't really see them, and then they're Hasbro heels. If anyone knows anything about that, I got her to stand. I'm not turning her, but they're Hasbro heels, and these are just flat shoes. So she's going to stand taller. It is the exact same body as this. So everything here, from not the heels, not the shoes, but from the legs, the knees, the calf, the thighs. Yeah, words. The thighs, the hips, and the torso, the arms, the hands. All of that is the exact same from this Black Cat. Everything. Just repainted because this black isn't quite black. It's kind of gray, and this is pure black with a matte finish. Everything's matte finish. Then the deviations are here. I sculpted a belt on. You can hardly see it, but there's a belt there. It goes all the way around. There's like a pouch, kind of a pouch there, or a buckle or whatever. It's not really a buckle. It doesn't go in the middle. It's more like a pouch. And another one on the back side. Again, I'm not going to turn it around for that, but it's the same thing on the back. And that's just, I wanted her to have a belt, like a utility belt, something to put stuff in there, maybe some cal drops or whatever. He played Batman Arkham Asylum, or the Arkham Knight. I believe she has that in that game, some cal drops. But yeah, that's all that is to it. Everything else is just painted black. This whip in particular, it came from the Hellfire Club Celine. I actually haven't had my Catwoman displayed with the whip in hand, though I want her to have one. I just don't have an extra one to spare to give her until the new black cat is fully released and available. The new retro carded black cat that has the exact same whip. I'm going to order several of those and give them to Catwoman and other future Catwomans that use whips, and other characters use whips. I just don't have an extra one to give her, so she's borrowing it from Celine right now. Back to the rest of Catwoman here. So in particular, again, this upper torso is definitely different than this black cat here, but I don't really need her for anything else. It's a Lady Deadpool top, so I use her again very, very often. Lady Deadpool is very versatile for making customs, and very helpful making customs, and especially when you want to have your cleavage showing. So that is that. Other than that, it's just painted there. There's no sculpt work done. It's just painted flesh tone and black. And then we have her choker, which came from this Blink figure. That's the only thing I used, was just the choker there, and repainted that black and so on. And then the real feature here, I guess, is really talking about her head. So her head is actually from this Jessica Drew Spider-Woman. It is that head. Obviously, I didn't use those glasses. These glasses are different. So the glasses here are very edgy, very pointed, and they're cool glasses and all. But these glasses here are from, sorry about the focus there, but yeah, these glasses are from Mockingbird. So I just repainted them. Mockingbirds were silver with yellow lenses, and I did consider keeping the yellow lenses, but when I was removing the silver paint, the silver smudged over the yellow, so I was like, oh, I might as well paint it red now. And I do like it red too. That's one way to depict it. It's either red lenses or yellow lenses. But yeah, so ended up going with red. But yeah, this head is the same head, but is repainted. I think you don't necessarily need to do that if you were going to use the same head. But several things took place when constructing my Selena Kyle versus this original head, because this is the original head. It's not a copy, but I say that because I made copies of this head sculpt for Selena Kyle. The cowl is all sculpted on there with epoxy sculpt, and including the ears. And the idea was, okay, I'm going to make a new head using Jessica Drew, sculpt the ears and stuff, and then I'm going to cast it, mold it and cast it, so that way it'll be not partially plastic and partially epoxy sculpt, but make fully plastic heads. And that way I can, one, duplicate this process, so when I make other Catwoman, I'll have other heads, and I don't have to keep using epoxy sculpt and sculpting every single time. I can just make copies of that head. And secondly, I didn't want the head to have epoxy sculpt parts because it's brittle, it might break, and I don't want to have to continuously make more heads by sculpting them every single time I do a new Catwoman. I just want to pop some, plastic into the mold and make the head that way. So this is still the original head with the original epoxy sculpt on it, and it is that way for a reason, because I did create a second head, which I am unfortunately very unorganized right now because I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I don't have the other head available that is made of pure plastic that has the cowl on, and I also don't have her alternate head that I made for this, that I have on display without the cowl on, with her hair out, available, because I lost it right before I started filming. I don't know what happened. It was sitting on my bed, and when I went to grab it, to grab all of these pieces for reference, I can't find her alternate head. It's gone. So I'll sure I'll find it after I get things cleaned up here. But yeah, I made an alternate head with the same Selena Kyle, but it's made of the duplicate plastic, not the original Hasbro plastic, and I made it using this hair. So it's this. This is a retro wasp head, but the domino figure uses the exact same head and the exact same hair, and I use the hair off of domino because it's black already, and just put that onto the Jessica Drew head to make Selena Kyle's alternate no cowl head. That again is somewhere lost in time and space. I don't know where it is, unfortunately. I'll have to pick it up, find it somewhere. But yeah, that's the idea. So basically, when I do other Catwoman in the future, because I do want to do Nightfall at least and animated series, I'll be using this head as a base, and I don't need to sculpt new cowls. I can just use my mold and mold it, from fresh plastic. And then one thing I do want to do, because I do like how it came out, but it's not perfect, is one, I didn't add hair coming off of the cowl. I did intend for that, but unfortunately, I think I was just kind of late on that process, so I kept procrastinating, something like that. I had glued it on, and then the glue didn't stick, or the hair wasn't flush enough to the head, or something like that, or it just wasn't enough glue, and it just didn't work out. So I ended up removing it. So we did not want to worry about that. And then secondly, the cowl kind of goes back too far. I'm going to move the camera instead of moving her. But yeah, the cowl, hello, there you go. The cowl doesn't come up on her face as much as I would like to. So again, this is not something that's supposed to be an exact copy or of a particular costume. It's just my own headcanon. But when I do work on Nightfall, and when I do work on other Catwoman costumes, I'm probably either going to get some more epoxy sculpt and bring the cowl up closer, or just paint more black, or whatever color, to make the cowl bigger on her face, so it's covering up her face a little bit more, just a tad bit. It just makes her face a little bit too exposed, in my opinion. One last thing that came to be with this particular face is that I really messed up bad on her eyes, and this, what you see now, is me fixing, or this is the fixed version of how poorly, and I mean absolutely trash, I painted the eyebrows and eyeliner and iris pupil stuff initially. And I went over this about 5 or 6 times. It took me like an hour and a half to paint this and the other head, and get them to look as good as they do now. And they don't think they look very good right now, but it looked way worse before, if you caught me on my live stream and saw me doing it. Speaking of which, I have a live stream, so you can see me work on all these customs on twitch.tv/ninja_chortle. You should do that. Go hit me up with a follow. And I don't stream every day, but you can see me sculpt, you can see me paint, we can talk about comics, video games, and whatever. And just see me work on my customs as I get stuff done. And you just hang out listening to Final Fantasy music or whatever has not been DMCA'd over on Twitch yet. But yeah, make sure you like and subscribe here on YouTube. Hit me up with a comment. Let me know that you like this. Let me know if there's other Catwoman costumes that you'd love to see me make, because I'm open for ideas at least. Because like I said, I'm thinking about Nightfall animated series at least, and after that I'm really not sure. And then yeah, more DC characters are on the way from my customs very soon. I am not going to spoil too much there, but hopefully 2 of them will work out, because I don't make males very often, And as long as things work out the way I hope them to, I will see those. You'll see those very soon on the channel, and plenty of other females are definitely coming because I can make those pretty easily. But yeah, that's a Catwoman, and I will see you guys next time. And peace out.